You know, every once in a while, a car comes along that feels like the start of a new era. And Lamborghini seems to be doing exactly that with the upcoming 2026 Lamborghini Temerario. If you've been watching the brand evolve, first the Aventador stepping aside for the Revuelto, and then rumors starting to swirl about the Huracan's successor, you'll know the hype around this car has been building for years. And now that more details are out in the open, it finally feels real. The Temerario is shaping up to be the kind of supercar that doesn't just follow the Lamborghini formula, but completely rewrites it. From the moment you look at this thing, you can tell Lamborghini wasn't trying to play it safe. The design is sharper, angrier, and somehow even more aerodynamic than its predecessors. It still has that unmistakable wedge-like stance that every Lambo carries, but the Temerario brings in these new sculpted lines that almost look like they're carved by wind itself. The front is low and aggressive, with headlights that feel like they were lifted straight from a sci-fi movie, while the rear has this futuristic, layered diffuser setup that looks both wild and functional. You can tell Lamborghini wants this car to stand out even among its own lineup. It's like they took everything people loved about the Huracan, added some of the Revuelto's sharper DNA, and then sprinkled in design cues we've never seen before. But the biggest shift, the part everyone's talking about, sits right underneath that insanely sculpted body. The engine. The Temerario is the first baby Lambo to go hybrid, and this is a huge moment. It's not just electrified for the sake of being modern or eco-friendly. Lamborghini built an entirely new twin-turbo V8 engine from scratch just for this car, paired with a set of electric motors to push performance far past what the outgoing Huracan could ever deliver. And no, this isn't some mild hybrid gentle boost type of deal. This setup is expected to deliver figures that make the V10 from the Huracan feel almost modest. The torque comes in instantly thanks to the electric motors. The turbo V8 adds explosive muscle, and together they create this insane combination of sharp response, high rev drama, and next-gen acceleration. It's funny because on paper it sounds super technical, but in practice it's simple. This thing is fast. Like, Huracan could never dream of this fast. And that's exactly what makes this shift exciting. Lamborghini isn't giving up emotion for electrification. They're using electrification to amplify everything that makes their cars special. From launch control to mid-corner power delivery to high-speed stability, everything is dialed up. One thing Lamborghini has been careful about is making sure the Temerario still feels like a proper Lambo. That sound is huge for them. Even though the V10 is gone, the new hybrid V8 reportedly has this unique scream that blends the turbo whistle with an almost electric-like high pitch as the motors kick in. The result is a totally new voice for the brand. It won't sound like a Huracan, and it won't sound like a Revuelto either. It'll sound like the start of a new generation, something that marks this car as the first of many hybrid Lamborghinis. Now, one thing people don't expect from a Lambo is off-road capability, but Lamborghini has been proving everyone wrong with their recent approach. Just think about the Huracan Sterrato, a lifted, rugged, rally-style version of a supercar that nobody asked for but everyone fell in love with. So the big question is whether Lamborghini will carry some of that personality into the Temerario. And according to early information, yes, but in a more refined way. The Temerario isn't meant to be a rally car, but Lamborghini is expected to include multiple terrain modes, improved traction systems, and suspension tech inspired by the Sterrato. So, while you're definitely not taking this thing rock crawl, you might actually be surprised how well it handles rougher roads, wet conditions, or steep uneven surfaces. It's the kind of versatility that makes the car more usable without taking away any of its supercar edge. Step inside the Temerario and you'll see Lamborghini pushing even harder into that futuristic spaceship vibe. The cockpit wraps around the driver with these bold, angular shapes, almost like you're sitting inside an advanced fighter jet. Lambo loves that look. Expect a new center display, updated graphics, more customization options, and a digital experience that feels much more modern than the Huracan's older tech. The new interior design language is more premium, more minimal in some places, and more dramatic in others. Think sharper screens, cleaner controls, and more high-end materials. And because it's hybrid, Lamborghini is also adding more data displays, battery status, hybrid flow, performance modes, all integrated in a way that feels sporty, not complicated. This is probably going to be the most high-tech interior Lamborghini has ever put in a small supercar. There's also this sense of everyday usability creeping in. Lamborghini has been slowly making their cars more practical over the years, and the Temerario continues that trend. Better visibility, improved seating comfort, a smoother low-speed driving feel thanks to the electric motors, and even a quieter drive when you're cruising in electric-only mode. For a supercar, that's a big deal. It means you can enjoy the car without needing a perfect road and a perfect mood every time. Now, pricing is where things get interesting. The Huracan started around the mid-$200,000 range, but with all the new hybrid tech, the redesigned V8 engine, and the more advanced interior, the Temerario is expected to be more expensive. Most predictions place it somewhere between $280,000 and $320,000, depending on options. And knowing Lamborghini, there will definitely be special editions and performance variant later on that push far past that. But even at that price, the value is actually strong when you consider how much more car you're getting compared to the previous generation. How does it compare to past models? In simple terms, the Huracan was an emotional masterpiece, the last naturally aspirated V10 of its kind. The Temerario is the next chapter, smarter, quicker, more electrified, and engineered with a new kind of intensity. It's not trying to replace the Huracan's charm, it's trying to evolve the entire category. The Revuelto set the tone for hybrid V12 supercars, and the Temerario is the baby brother that's bringing that tech to a more compact, accessible model. Faster than the Huracan, more advanced than anything in its segment, and styled like a vision of the future. So that's the big picture. The 2026 Lamborghini Temerario isn't just another model, it's the start of a new generation of smaller Lamborghinis. A future where hybrid power isn't a compromise but an advantage. A future where design gets bolder, interiors get smarter, and performance becomes something even wilder than before. Lamborghini isn't slowing down. Even as the industry changes, they're doubling down. And the Temerario is proof. If the production model looks anything like the early previews and delivers the kind of power Lamborghini is hinting at, this car is going to be everywhere. On posters, on social media, in car meets, in games, you name it. It's the kind of car that starts conversations just by existing. And honestly, I can't wait to see it hit the streets.